This meeting is now being recorded.
Okay. So thank you for joining the Site Builder Template and Layout webinar. Today we're going to be looking at the Site Builder tab, and we're going to be looking at the design options that are available to edit and change the look and feel of the home page of your website. So before we even move into the Site Builder tab, I first would like to show you on the live websites, you're going to see some different spaces where your contact information and your picture are going to appear. So for example, I've got my contact information, my picture, phone number, email address. All of this information pulls from your profile page in LeadStreet. So when you log into LeadStreet, you click on your name, and the account information is what pulls into that profile. So your first name, your last name, your primary email address, and then any phone numbers that you have will pull in as well. Also, under the Photo tab, this is where you upload the photo that appears on your website. Just a quick note, the photo size recommendations are over here in this dark blue box to the right. If you need help getting your photo resized to fit in there, feel free to send us an email here at the support team, and we can definitely get that resized and uploaded for you. So once you have all of your profile information filled in, one more item under the settings that I do want you to see is the MLS ID. So I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page under settings. And then you should see a blank box for every MLS that your office belongs to. So under Agent MLS ID, make sure that you've got those filled in. That's how we attach your listings to your account. So when you go to your live website and you look under the featured properties, this is where those properties pull from. We attach them to you using your Agent ID. Okay, so let's go ahead and move into the Site Builder tab. So under the light blue area, we're going to click on Site Builder, and then we're going to select Design. And this is going to give us all the design options for the website. As you can see, we have about 13 different template options. I'm in the Georgia settings today. Some of them, they may be reordered depending on what state you're in, but you should see all the same templates. We do have our three newest templates, which are the mobile-friendly format, mobile responsive. What that means is if I am on a mobile device, the home page is going to resize into a format that is more user-friendly from a mobile device. This is what we're going to recommend that you upload as your template option. But you do have lots of different options for customization. In Georgia, it's template 1, template 3, and I believe it's 6 are the three mobile responsive template options. This particular design that I've got displayed right now, this is the newest design. And then template 1 and template 3 are the other two designs that are going to be the mobile responsive. They're all going to have this similar look and feel where they've got this wide angle photo. You've got, a cleaner, more modern layout and look. So those are the ones that we're going to look at today. We're going to pop in template 6 into our settings, and those are the ones that we're going to demo for getting loaded. What's really nice is with these templates, we can edit all the pieces on this home page. So there's some text where we can include it with our profile information. This background photo up here to the top we can change. We've got lots of different options available here in the system, but what's nice is you can even upload your own image. If you've got a specific picture that you want to show in that background, you can change that as well. We have these call-out buttons. These are the calls to action from your website. Those can be edited as well. And then we've got a nice thumbnail of your featured properties. So I'm going to go ahead and take this particular template and we're going to load it into the preview. What that does is it puts it into the sandbox where I can then edit the different pieces of that home page. So now you can see this is my layout tab where you can see this top box is going to be the search. I've got a text box here in the middle. I've got a featured properties that I can edit, or I can change it if I want it to be a different item. I could make it a text box or a profile setting. I've got my profile at the bottom left. To the right, I've got call out. And then I've got this little area for my social media icons. We're going to edit social media under the Elements tab in just a bit. But first, let's look at how we can edit the different pieces. So we're going to start with the quick search with photo box. I'm just going to click Settings, and that's going to bring me to my Edit field. So by default, what's going to happen is it's going to select several pictures, and they're going to rotate. If you prefer for just one picture to remain as the background, you can deselect all the other options and just make one picture, one where you see highlighted with yellow in the background. That picture is the one that would appear in the background as the background image for that website. I'm actually going to deselect that and select one of these interior pictures. Once I've made my selection, I'm going to click Submit Selection, and then I can close out. So at any time, if you want to see how these changes are looking on your website or preview page, click Preview, and then I can see how this in the background. So I've got the picture uploaded, and we can edit the different of the home page. I do have this text field in the middle. Let me show you very quickly what that looks like. For this one, it's got your dream home away. I have a question here, Angela, about featured property. Angela, when we get to the featured property section, I'm going to show you how you can change it. If you want to make it your office listings or your listings by default, it would be just your listings. If you're short on listings and want to include your entire office, you'll have. Okay, so for this particular picture that I have, your dream home, a little bit lost in that. So I'm going to go ahead and hide that middle text box. What I'm going to do is it's going to bring up my call out buttons. It's going to bring it up higher on that. Okay. The next box is featured properties. Featured properties, we have a different spot. So I'm actually going to take us to the tab. Okay, I'm getting some feedback here on the line. I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody. That way the feedback goes away. And then we'll unmute again at the end so that you can ask any questions.
All guests have been muted.
Okay, that should take care of the echoing. Angela, can you just confirm that the echoing's gone for me? Perfect. Okay, so let's move on. So to edit our featured properties, we're going to go to the Content tab under Site Builder, and then I'm going to select the Featured tab. This is where you can edit your featured property settings. So a couple different things that we can do here. I can either select to display my own listings. So by default, that's what it's going to show is your own listings. Or if you're short on listings and want to show your entire office listings, we can select Office Listings. Or let's say you're a co-listing agent and you want to show, let's say the listings go in under your partner's name as the main and yours as the co-list. We can come in here and specify an MLS agent ID for properties to display on our website. So then I can come in and add either by listing number or by MLS agent ID. So this is where we can make those changes so that we can edit. The other neat thing is at the very bottom of this page, we can also narrow it by price range. So let's say, if you want to do your office listings, you may want to narrow that down to, 150 to 200,000 or 500,000. That way you only see properties that fit within that price range. If you're going to do something like your office listings, that might be the best way to do it, is to narrow it down a little bit so there's not too many properties appearing under the featured list. Okay? So we're going to go back over to design, and we're going to go back under elements. Under layout. So we've done our quick search. We've hidden that middle text if you're using a very light photo with the light colors in the background. Featured properties. Now we can edit the profile section. I'm going to click edit text, and let me just do a quick look of what that profile section looks like. It's going to pull in my agent picture, and then I have room to add in a little paragraph about myself, or maybe my service areas, services that I provide, whatever information you want to provide, just welcoming people to your website. So if I want to edit that section, I'm going to click on edit text. And now I can type in a little bit of information about me. So I'm just going to put in this little information. We do have the ability to change the font family, so you can change the font that you want to appear. We can change the font size. I can make it much larger. We can add bold. You can add HTML source, meaning if you have a video or something that you want to embed, or a widget that you want to embed, we do have the ability to add in some source code. Home Open Photo Graphics Library, we can also upload images if you want to add an image. We can add an image if you want to add the RE/MAX logo. We can click and drag that in. I'm going to resize it because it's huge here. Bear with me. So we can upload any pictures, any kind of information that we want to appear. Just going to make this a normal size and then pull down. So this is just like a normal editor, just like Microsoft Word. We can come in and make changes. Once we're finished editing, we're going to click Submit. And then again, we can preview if we want to see how that looks on our live website. Not live, our preview website. Okay. Over to the right, we have the call-out buttons. These are the calls to action for your website. If you click Settings, you can change and make your own call to action buttons that you want. By default, we're going to have the buying, selling, and home finder login, which is how the consumer can log into their My Property Finder account and save properties and save favorites. The buying and selling are going to be linked off to two different forms that are on your website. If you prefer, instead of buying and selling, you can change, or home finder, we can change any of those boxes. As you can see, when I hover over with my cursor, if I click on the X, it's going to remove those items. So now I can go back and I can select the ones that I want to appear. So maybe I want to give them a home valuation, the home trends report, and then maybe I want to have a quick link to the different schools. They all link off to predetermined destinations. You cannot change where they link off to, but you can change which ones you have that show up on your website. So once they've all been added, I'm going to click Submit. And then again, if I look at my website in the preview mode, over to the right, you're going to see my new 3 call-out buttons. Okay. Once you've finished editing the layout, you click Publish to make those changes go live on your website. So now if I click Publish and View Live Website, now I can see those changes on my live website. All right. So there's a few different elements that you can also edit on the home page. So I'm going to select the Elements tab, and we're going to move into the next section. So some of the elements that we can change are the primary color and the accent color. So on my live website right now, I have blue as my primary color and red as my accent. So you can see it's mainly blue, and then I've got some red accents throughout. If I want, I can change it. Maybe I want to flip-flop it. I can make red the primary and blue the secondary. Or you can customize. If you have your own personal branding that you want to show on the website, you can change that color scheme. Or if you're focusing on working the luxury market, you may want to change it to the black and silver for the RE/MAX collection branding. But you've got a lot of different color options here. I'm going to go ahead and change my primary color to be red, and we'll change the accent color to be blue. That way we can see what those look like. So now again, these changes will not go live until I click Publish, but we can see I've got red as my primary and blue as my accent. So you can see how it changed the look of the website. Okay. Some of the other settings that we can change under Info Display. This is where we're going to add in our social media network icons. So at the very bottom of the page, you're going to see social network icon links. This is how we make the little icons that appear at the bottom of the website. Let's just take a quick look at the live website so we can see where those show up. The links will automatically appear once you fill in. So we can see here I've got them in the bottom right corner under Be Social. I currently have LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. In LeadStreet, once you fill in the link to get to the page and update social media values, once those are filled in, those icons will automatically appear. You don't have to do anything else to make them show up on your website. For Facebook and Twitter, for Facebook, they're looking for the Facebook page name. For Twitter, they're looking for your Twitter ID. And then for all of the other social media icons, they're looking for the full URL that takes you to your page. So again, once they're filled in, click Update Social Media Values, and then you should see in the bottom right corner your social media icon. And then just to test it, make sure you click through those links to make sure that your profile actually shows up when you click on it. You can see I didn't put in a real social media profile there, so it's not going to work. I do have one on Facebook, however. So it'll take you to my personal Facebook page. You would want to put in your business page. And we'll jump out of there because that's taken too long to load. Okay. So we've got all of our elements filled in. So next we're going to move into the Domain tab. So everyone, the moment that you join RE/MAX and your LeadStreet account is created, everybody gets a generic domain name. What that is it's your user ID, your LeadStreet user ID. So mine is Tracy.Whitmore. So it would be Tracy.Whitmore.RE/MAX - whichever state you're in. So currently I'm in Georgia. So it would be remax-georgia.com. That is a very long username to use, and it's not really very friendly for marketing purposes. So you have the ability to go in and purchase a unique domain name and point it to your RE/MAX website. So if you want to do that, there's a few simple steps to follow. I will mention that if you use GoDaddy, we do have steps to add it to GoDaddy filled in on the Lead Street homepage under the Technology and Training button. We've got a step-by-step guide for you. But basically what you'll do is you'll go to GoDaddy, Network Solutions, whoever you're using. You're going to purchase the domain name. Then you're going to come back into your Lead Street website under Site Builder, Design, and then Domain. And then you're going to fill in that URL, your unique domain for hosting. So I'm going to put in here edw.com. So I'm going to click Submit. And now that domain has been added for me. So as long as I've actually purchased the domain, which in this particular example I have not purchased tdw.com, but we can see that it's listed here as a domain. So then I would want to log back into my provider. So if I go to GoDaddy or Network Solutions or whoever my vendor is, and I need to update my name servers. So under my name servers, I've got ns1.reliancedns.net and ns2.reliancedns.net. Once those have been updated, your website should then point to your RE/MAX. Your domain name should point to your RE/MAX website. We are happy to help you with this. If you need help getting your domain added, just feel free to give us a call and we can help you get that updated. Okay. So that concludes today's session. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the recording, and then we'll open up for Q&A.